Now, have you ever watched a TED Talk that touched you so deeply or made you think in a new way? And then you asked yourself, if I had the opportunity to be on TED, what would I talk about? And do I have anything original or value to say? You see, here's a platform that reaches tens of millions of people or more. So what would you want to say to the world if you had the opportunity to present your ideas or message to millions of people? What would you contribute? Entertainment, enlightenment, drama, comedy, love, hate? So I thought about this for a while. And since I'm a daddy, I think more in terms of what can I contribute that would make the world a little better for my two boys, right? Because we all want what's best for our kids. And not just for them, but for everyone, right? So this TED Talk fantasy just rattled around in my head for a couple of weeks until one day, as I was watching this random YouTube music video from the superstar that everyone knows the name, my TED Talk started to formulate. And what happened is I watched this incredibly slick $1 million video. I observed how I was feeling. A bit anxious, a little sad, fascinated and captivated, yes, but a bit sad. Sad because this song with over 1 billion views, 1 billion people watching, this video was centered in hate and violence, decorated within this glamorous facade of loveless sex. So I did a little research and I found that nearly half of the superstar's fan base were children. Now think about that for a minute. Millions upon millions of children hypnotized, watching, celebrating this hateful, violent, loveless song. Lighten up, you may say. It's just entertainment, right? But is it? Or does the media we consume shape our thoughts? Because what science is now pointing to is that consciousness is all there is. Everything, the ground beneath you, the sun in your face, the water in your glass, it's all vibration, energy in motion. You see, all our power in this world is actually in our minds, in our thought of what is and isn't possible. You instinctually know this, right? Because our bodies become what we eat, and our minds become what we think. And the songs that we sing influence our thought. Our thought influences our mood influences our action, and our action determines our life. So to boil this down, if we change the song that we sing, we change our life in a very real way. And then bingo, my TED Talk emerged in the form of this letter. A letter that not only was written with this particular superstar in mind, but all superstars. My thought was, what will the world look like when all these superstars, with all their influence, attain awareness and unite around producing music and videos with positive intention? Not that they're writing these cheesy nursery rhymes. Well, I mean, some of them will, and I'm sure the mommies and the babies of the world will appreciate this. But for the most part, these superstar recording artists reach for lyrics that enrich the spirit as opposed to depress. Instead of rage, they reach for triumph. Instead of lust, they reach for love. High class replaces low class. Humility replaces vulgarity. And then the world sings and dances in joy. I know. A bit corny, covered with cheese. but it's the most doable idea I can think of in order to move this world from wounded me to an aware us. So my overly optimistic letter begins. Dear Superstar, if you didn't have the children buying your music, would you still be a superstar? Do you need the adoration of children in order for you to be who you are right now? A superstar created by the children, but not for the children? What do you want your legacy to be? Do you want to be remembered as the tortured artist who promoted hate and lust? Or the iconic hero that inspired nations to become great? You have millions of passionate followers adoring you, becoming their perceived versions of you. Your songs shape who they are. Who do you want to be for them? Your congregation. Now, I understand why pain, lust, and hate are so prevalent in your music. See, I've produced my fair share. And perhaps this is just our journey to loving ourselves. I get this. You see, in my 20s, I moved to Venice Beach, colored my hair neon blue, and started a psychedelic rock and roll band. I then spent 6 years playing every Hollywood venue imaginable, chasing an elusive fantasy that was always waiting for me at the next gig. My influence was Nirvana, and I drank their low self-esteem by the gallon. Their lyrics like, rape me, rape me, rape me, my friend, rape me, rape me, rape me again, were some of the more tame lyrics I'd sing along to in my old Mustang. At the time, it was just cool to be angry and disturbed. I wanted to be just like them, but more so. So I dove deep into my own wounds in order to write what I thought was good music. Now, years later, as a father, and listening to today's music, I've become abundantly clear that singing about our scars of inner conflict for the world to chant leads to more conflict, more pain, and this endless cycle of lustful behavior that can never be quenched. You see, our songs become a mantra that keep the insecurities and the psychological wounds moist, never allowing them to heal. We get stuck in the mire, never fully maturing past the adolescent traumas we were once subjected to. And I sense that you have deep wounds, as I did. And writing from a place of pain and insecurity is what comes easy. And if you're like me, your songbook is your diary. And your diary is your self-reflection and personal journey of healing. But does our diary belong in the hands and then into the minds of children? I'm sure you never wrote those particular songs for an audience filled with children, right? You envision singing to your equal peers, songs that they could relate to and share in this common bond of pain and lust. But when you are center stage and you look down into a sea of children, does your heart ache as you help them scratch their young wounds? Is this the legacy you want? Or is there something better? And I get it. You may say, their parents are the ones to blame. They buy the music, the tickets, and then drop them at my feet. And I'd say, yes, superstar, you're correct. And what is also true, the children don't listen to their parents like they listen to you. You are a bigger influence in their lives than their parents, teachers, and in many cases, God. You have tremendous power over these children. Knowing this, can you broadcast love instead of pain? Sing about triumph over shame? If you could write a life-empowering sentence for the world to sing and then to emulate, what would that sentence be? Can you turn that sentence, that powerful sentence, into your next song? Think about the ripple effect. Because of you, thousands of artists following your example, producing music that makes billions of people feel good, inspired, and in love. Now that's an awesome legacy. And it's doable, it's real, it's solid, and it's right in front of you. You have the ability to inspire and shape the world as you choose. If you use your fame and your immense talent in the name of love, the world will follow you. Because we become what you sing about. Sing in love. Heal the world. You're the one. Now that concludes my TED Talk fantasy. If you were to think about it, what would yours be? What do you have to say?